Hello, today we have Abayomi Fabunmi, who is a medical student at Meharry Medical College in Nashville, Tennessee, and he's here to give us his insights on medicine and what's made him interested in going into ophthalmology. Hello, Abayomi.
Hello.
Tell me a little bit about what made you want to go to medical school.
All right. I've always really loved science and technology. Ever since I was young, I had a lot of really great role models in my life that kind of steered me towards that path. And so as I was in college, I just kind of fell into medicine. I was a biology major, and I also had a lot of good faculty members and teachers who kind of drove me towards that path. And once I saw all the aspects of medicine, I saw the interactions you have with the patients, the amount of patient care you have, and the amount of difference you can make in someone's life. I decided that that's something I really want to do.
You mentioned you had several role models. Who specifically steered you in the direction of medicine?
I'll probably say in high school I had a really great physics teacher. And although he's a science physics teacher, he kind of steered me towards education itself and then with a little medicine spin to it. I also had a pretty great physiology teacher in my undergrad at Morehouse College that also told me that I should look into medicine. And so those are, I would say, two pivotal role models in my younger years.
Who has been influential since you've been in medical school?
Okay. In medical school, starting off, I've had a lot of good basic science teachers, biochemistry and anatomy, that really guided me towards my early years. As I started to get into my clerkships, I had the privilege of meeting Dr. Singleton, who kind of guided me and mentored me in ophthalmology. And so I really refined my interest in that and just allowed me to confirm what I pretty much already knew about this specialty.
What excites you about potentially becoming an ophthalmologist?
Well, ophthalmology, personally, I think it's phenomenal. It's a medical and surgical specialty. It's one of the few specialties that you actually get to safeguard. You get to basically restore one of the most important, arguably one of the most important senses that someone can have, and definitely one of the most debilitating for someone to lose. On top of that, it's one of the specialties that it's so faithfully entwined with technology itself, and I'm a little tech geek, and I really love that itself. I really find it hard to believe sometimes that you can have a specialty that you have things like argon lasers, you have things like photosensitive dyes, you have artificial retinas, you have viral vectors that are ingrained into the specialty, and all that exists in the world of ophthalmology and is always evolving and growing. And I think that would be a really phenomenal specialty for me to go into. It's one of the ones that I kind of get excited in the morning when I think about it, that I'm on this track to get there.
Have you found that there were any obstacles to you going into medicine?
Going into medicine, I had a few hiccups. When I was in my undergraduate years, I believe my sophomore years, I had a tuition scholarship throughout my time there, and that was actually pulled due to some budget issues. And so, I mean, at the time, I believe my college education was pretty much over. But I had some pretty good faculty in the bio department that actually they kind of pulled together and they were able to get that reinstated. That happened really in the twilight hour, and so I didn't have a place to stay. I ended up staying in my friend's townhouse on an airbed for a whole semester, but it ended up working, and so I'm here today.
So that sounds pretty challenging and would have discouraged many people to even bother to pursue college, let alone going into medical school. I wonder what kind of advice you have to offer some of the young people today who may be looking at this, and what they should do if something comes in their way that may discourage them to pursue their goal.
Well, definitely medicine itself it's a challenging field, and it's challenging getting into medical school. And so any type of advice I could give you would probably be to keep on pushing forward. Although it seems like an insurmountable type of mountain that you are trying to trek over, it is possible. People have done it before. People will do it as well after. And so there's no reason for you not to try. The worst that can happen is, okay, you don't get in, but that experience, that actual journey of you getting there, I believe, at least personally, that itself has changed me for the better. And so I definitely think that it's something worth pursuing.
Well, thank you very much, Yomi. I appreciate you talking to us. We look forward to calling you the future Dr. Fabunmi. But good luck to you and getting into ophthalmology. I'm sure you will do fantastic in the field, and we need more people like you in our specialty. Thank you.